When the facts bend reality, this is beyond plausible.
Africa. This vast wilderness is home to many of the planet's most fascinating and rare animal species. Some species here are gentle and live harmoniously together, while others are fierce and brutal predators. They spread fear throughout the central wilderness of the Dark Continent. In this video, we will follow some daily activities of the wild inhabitants here and see how they survive in this harsh and intimate environment. We will also witness the challenges they face and the relationships they build. Some species here have learned to adapt to survive using unusual and strange methods. Others must undertake massive herd migrations across the continent in search of food and water. Some species build lifelong close relationships, relying on cooperation and friendship to survive. Some survive due to their large size, strength, and instincts. Others survive simply by doing what they can. This is a diverse and contrasting ecosystem. It is the source of life for species with truly amazing characteristics. The dangers this place poses to many animals have led to surprising evolutionary adaptations and highly specialized behavioral patterns. This land is known as the Savanna, covering 20% of the Earth's surface. This elephant is forced to leave the waterhole, heading to the dry and hot plains to graze and meet other nutritional needs. An adult African elephant eats about 50 to 100 kilograms of food per day, and it spends most of its life eating. This elephant uses its dexterous trunk to pull grass from the ground and put it into its mouth. The elephant's trunk is used for many purposes. These tasks include digging soil, stripping grass, clearing branches, and these gentle giants are forced to fight to protect their families. These trunks become extremely dangerous weapons. Elephants are also very good at controlling their trunk. This powerful tool also allows it to breathe underwater, create the famous trumpet sound, and have a sensitive sense of touch. But the elephant's most essential sense is smell. Its sense of smell is 4 times more sensitive than a bloodhound. The dry season descends upon the African plains like a punishment, and many animals die from dehydration or lack of food. That's why migration is the only hope for survival. Finally, the antelope herd has completed their long migration in a sea of fresh grass. They have found a suitable waterhole to drink from after the long and dry journey. The annual massive migration of antelopes is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Nowhere else on Earth has such a massive movement as the antelope's journey. Antelopes have evolved over millions of years to time their migration, to coincide with the rainy season and the annual grass growth. In this way, antelopes always have access to water and food supplies. While the antelope herd is quenching their thirst, this zebra is connecting with others in the herd. The lion always has value in the harsh wilderness environment. Since they need to drink water frequently, zebras have no choice and constantly face dangers like crocodiles. This crocodile hides underwater to avoid detection. But this time it was detected by the zebra herd, and they are all trying to escape to save their lives. One of these zebras recently gave birth to a foal. Female zebras mature biologically faster than male zebras. They can start reproducing when they are 3 years old. Meanwhile, male zebras are not capable of reproduction until they are 5 or 6 years old. Like elephants, newborn zebras can stand up and almost walk and run shortly after birth. This is the result of evolution, helping the vulnerable young survive predators. Zebra foals are born with brown and white stripes, but the colors darken as they mature. This foal is born with the placenta still attached, and the mother sometimes eats the placenta because it contains nutrients and salt needed after the difficult birth. The placenta can also be a nutritious food source for other animals. No animal has a coat as distinctive as the zebra's. And no two zebras are exactly alike. There are various theories attempting to explain why zebras have prominent striped coats. Due to its uniqueness, the stripes may help zebras recognize each other. The stripe pattern may also make it difficult for predators to distinguish individual zebras in a running herd from a distance in daylight. For a safer journey, zebras often join large antelope herds. This massive antelope herd carries incredible strength, stretching across the plains to the horizon. A breeding season is arriving on the savanna. Many animals now have young. The antelopes are migrating again, searching for the next water source. Even while resting, the cheetah remains alert, searching for prey. Cheetah cubs pant to keep cool. Young cheetahs still live with their mother, learning from her. The mother cheetah will bring injured prey to her cubs to teach them hunting skills. Until these offspring are ready to face the world alone. After about 18 months, the cheetah cubs will live independently. These cheetahs will form a group called a brotherhood. About 2 years later, the females will leave the group and the males stay together. Sometimes they stay together throughout adulthood. It's hard to imagine these cute cheetahs will become agile killing machines in just 2 more years. With a hungry young family to feed, the mother cheetah constantly watches for prey. However, she's uncertain about targeting a powerful wildebeest. Instead, she targets another gazelle that's feeding with its young. Gazelles are one of cheetah's favorite prey. The mother cheetah always knows this encounter could lead to a kill. So she brings her cubs along to teach them how to finish the job. Adult gazelles are extremely robust animals and can run at speeds up to 100 kilometers per hour. This means they usually have a good chance of avoiding cheetah attacks. However, a fat male gazelle with its young easily becomes a target. To keep up with its mother. The cheetah quickly seizes the opportunity when the young gazelle separates from its mother. Choosing the right moment, she launches a swift attack. With incredible speed, she quickly catches up to the small gazelle. This hunt is a valuable lesson for her cubs. These young cheetahs will need to absorb and learn much from their mother's lessons before taking down prey themselves. Cheetah cubs of this age eat constantly and are almost insatiable. Because they need lots of protein, fat, and calcium to grow. They must eat their prey as quickly as possible. The reason isn't just scavengers like vultures, but also larger predators like lions, always lurking nearby. But here, they gather to be able to eat with their family in peace. The mother cheetah carefully ensures the cubs have eaten their fill, as they might have to wait quite a while for their next meal. Africa has many other interesting things to explore. Warthogs are also very common in the Masai Mara National Reserve. Warthogs are members of the pig family. They are not territorial animals, but instead occupy wide grassy areas and gather in groups to feed. They have a special feeding technique of kneeling while grazing. Wadok pigs are typical herbivores. Their main food sources are grass, leaves, roots, and other organic matter. This lion has targeted one of the piglets. Like cheetahs, lions know that juveniles are much easier to catch than adults. This meal isn't filling but will provide energy to hunt larger prey. The lion still needs to continue hunting to fill its hungry stomach. These impala antelopes are enjoying fresh grass near the water's edge. The male is identified by its characteristic large horns. The hornless females are at the back. Not far from the impala herd is a herd of Gaudian antelopes grazing. They share the same distribution range, sometimes sharing territories with each other. They have long established a peaceful coexistence relationship. These Gaudian antelopes are in their mating season. This is an annual activity at the end of the rainy season, when physiological conditions peak. Males will fight to establish dominance and impress females. Taupi antelopes here are stronger than they appear, capable of running up to 80 kilometers per hour. Male taupi have horns, and horn size determines social status in the herd. Unfortunately, the future generation of this elegant antelope species is threatened with extinction. We can only hope this taupi doesn't fall into the claws of cheetahs or lions. This unusually large animal is the eland antelope, commonly living in herds of 10 to 30. Unique like beautiful patterns, eland can stop sweating to conserve water. This is essential in water-scarce environments. Interesting to consider Bovidae family with eland. Enough food can be seen in the arid savanna for survival. Interestingly, lions don't mate seasonally because female lions are always ready for estrus. This means they can get pregnant at any time of the year. These two often separate from the herd to be alone together. While the two lions hide in the grass, hungry vultures are circling nearby looking for food. A hyena pack has just completed a successful hunt, this time out of the bird's sight. Hyenas were discovered to have sharp canine teeth behind their premolars. This allows them to hunt and kill live prey rather than just eating carrion. By now, the troublesome vultures have smelled the hunt. Hyenas are voracious eaters with specialized teeth and efficient digestive systems. They can absorb nutrients from skin to bones. A hyena can eat most parts of prey, from fur, horns to hooves. Therefore, when the hyena pack finishes eating, there's almost no trace of the prey left. Here, adult jackals return to their den with their young. When raising pups, jackals live in camouflaged burrows of wall-shock pigs. In the safe underground den, jackals can sleep peacefully at night. They are protected from predators like cheetahs or lions. Zebras are preparing to migrate. Many herds have gathered to make the journey. This crocodile thinks it has found the perfect position to ambush migrating antelope and zebra herds. Zebras are about to join herds with antelopes and gather at the water's edge to cross the river. Instinct drives them to risk stepping into the water. Unfortunately, the crocodile missed the opportunity. The entire herd is now moving away from the river. During this period, the lion pride has also given birth. This is the result of mating approximately 110 days ago. Lions typically give birth in isolated areas away from the pride. Lion cubs are vulnerable to predators such as jackals, snakes, eagles, leopards, and even other lions. Lion cubs are born with their eyes closed and are temporarily blind until about 1 week after birth. The cubs are almost unable to care for themselves during their first week of life. They primarily rely on their mother for survival. Typically, the lioness will allow her cubs to integrate with the pride when they are 8 weeks old. This allows the lioness to care for them in a safe hiding place without being disturbed by other pride members. The lioness carefully moves her cubs between multiple hiding places each month. This prevents the cubs' scent from accumulating and avoids attracting other predators. She can move them by gently biting the skin on their necks. This may look painful for the cubs, but they have a special thick and elastic skin on their necks. The lioness carries each cub one by one from place to place. Only after 3 weeks old do the cubs begin to walk. This is quite different from some species we saw earlier like zebras and elephants. The young of those species can walk almost immediately after birth. This is because lion cubs are kept in relatively safe hiding places during their first few weeks of life. These cubs will face many challenges ahead. About 80% of lion cubs die before reaching adulthood. Not only lions need to find mates and reproduce. This solitary leopard also needs to increase its population. It has chosen a mate and together they disappear into the tall grass. Like lions, leopards can mate year-round and have a gestation period of 90 to 150 days. They prefer to give birth in dens or hollow tree trunks. Leopard pairs stay together for a few days when mating, even hunting together. The herd of impalas still hasn't found a way to cross the river. The largest herd of impalas ever known numbered over 1 million. According to human estimates, as equivalent to the entire population of a large city. After a while, a few brave zebras took their first steps into the rushing water. Clearly, crossing the river is extremely dangerous for these animals. Each year, 1.5 million wildebeest migrate in search of food and water. Unfortunately, about 250,000 of them don't reach their destination each year. Therefore, the risk of being separated from the herd along the way is very high. More and more animals gather at the riverbank and the scene becomes chaotic. Although it looks completely chaotic and frantic from the outside, recent research has found that animal herds crossing rivers actually possess swarm intelligence. These animals coordinate with each other as a group to overcome obstacles. The herds rushing across the river create traffic jams on the opposite bank. This causes some animals to get stuck in the riverbed and fall into danger. These animals become more confident when they see their peers successfully cross the river. And more impalas and zebras wade into the water. The massive concentration of animals doesn't escape the attention of African crocodiles. The crocodiles gather in the nearby downstream, waiting for an unfortunate animal to approach to attack. The current is becoming increasingly fierce, and some impalas are at real risk of being swept away. Some weaker swimmers in the group start struggling and are pulled away from the opposite bank, where they are trying to reach. Zebras and impalas must swim hard to avoid being carried away by the strong current. Some, though their bodies are exhausted, still manage to reach the opposite bank. But this animal is unfortunate and not strong enough. It has been caught by a crocodile. Impalas communicate with each other through sight, sound, and smell. The male's roar can be heard from as far as 2.5 kilometers away. Herd members use secretions to guide impalas throughout the journey. In this way, the animals following the herd will know which direction to follow. Thanks to this, no animal is left behind. Meanwhile, some stragglers far from the herd continue to complete the river crossing. They continue their long and arduous migration, crossing the grasslands and riverbanks of Africa. The immense diversity of Africa becomes clear to those fortunate enough to witness it. From giant underwater creatures to fierce cats. They chase the scent of prey from bush to bush. Even with simple herbivores, this zebra and all other species remain the center of diversity. Each creature has its own journey and a unique story to tell. Every animal in the savanna, whether gentle species or deadly predators, faces both favorable and difficult times. Their habitat is constantly changing, potentially fertile or harsh, dry or wet. These animals must be precise in every decision. This video has taken you across the African savanna plains and shown you some amazing animals living here. We have seen their struggles unfold, how they survive, how they cooperate or live separately. We have witnessed a dramatic annual migration. In daily life on the plains, what connects animal species is not just the search for food and survival. But in the modern era, their greatest challenge is avoiding the risk of extinction. Let us hope that all the animals we've seen will continue to thrive on the savanna for the long-term future.
Curious? Subscribe and step through the next anomaly.